Jody, 1-1 draw Ebbsfleet today. You must be happy with the second half performance at least, though, because the boys did show a lot of character in the end there.
Yeah, it's been a really tough week. I certainly wasn't expecting the manager to leave us over the weekend. I felt all along that when we started getting bodies back, we would be a team, a positive team that was winning games like we were before we lost those bodies. So first and foremost, you know, I'd take this opportunity to wish Peter well, because you know, he did a great job in testing circumstances, and I think things went against us recently, and hopefully some of the character the boys showed today is in some way a thank you to the efforts he gave us. But in answer to your question, we had a day and a half to prepare. We prepared, I felt, really well, but it kind of goes out the window when you have that individual error from Elliot so early in the game. Elliot's obviously disappointed, but the type of professional he is, the save he made at the end, is redemption. And he's kind of done that all season. It's very rare that he's cost us a goal. He did today. He's man enough to deal with that, and he's man enough to respond and show such a mature goalkeeping display. Younger goalkeepers, lesser goalkeepers might have crumbled after that mistake, but he, like I say, redeemed himself with one hell of a save there at the end in the 1v1. We had to make really positive changes to get that second half. I think everyone could see. Well, we for 25 minutes we played a 3-2-5 formation. We had Quigley, House, Candy, Reece Grant, Alex McQueen, all on the field at the same time. We were desperate to show a reflection of our fan base. They want to know that we're positive. They want to know that we're determined to get results. And I would have taken, at 1-0 down, I'd have sooner have lost 2 or 3-0 than just to have whimpered out 1-0. So we gave absolutely everything we had. The boys responded to it, and we should have won the game. Ebbsfleet used every trick in the book to break the game up. Credit to them. Lots of gamesmanship, lots of game management, but in the end we got the breakthrough, and we had another couple of chances, and it's huge credit to the boys, because they've had a really testing week. You know, there's some of them that would have been close with the manager, and probably not felt in the most comfortable place this week. So the reaction from everyone, I think, showed the fans how important it was to the players to give them a reaction, and I was really pleased with the ovation that they gave the boys at the end there. They knew that we'd given absolutely everything.
And just sort of, you said about the the massive attacking formation that we were playing in the end. Was it the sort of a case of, at the end, going forward the counter-attacks, just the final ball or the final end product wasn't enough? There was a couple of instances, wasn't there, with the counter-attacks where we were in?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't so much of a counter-attack in second half, because I thought they were penned in, but I know what you mean, when they couldn't clear the ball
that's right,
and we made interceptions and we broke again. If we'd been a little bit more clinical. However, you know, the pitch was testing today. You could see people trying to carry the ball, and it was heavy and it wasn't easy to carry the ball. I would have liked to have get crosses in earlier. I would have liked us to get shots away earlier. But in the end, sometimes you just have to look at the reaction, the personalities, and they gave us everything. I think people like Manny Honorese, Luke Kroll, often being left to defend 1v1 today. I thought they were immense. And I thought Chike's second half response was really good, because I didn't think he was at the races first half, but he took on board the information, and he come out and he was a thorn in their side constantly. And as much as no one's going to like me saying it's a great point away at Ebbsfleet, given the circumstances and given the way we went 1-0 down so early, it is a very good point, and it's just a shame we didn't get 3.
Yeah, and there was a high intense press throughout the game, but it was more evident obviously in the second half. Is that sort of a staple of what you're going to be trying to do with your time still in charge?
Yeah, well, we obviously, like I touched on, we had a day and a half to prepare. You're not going to try and change things overnight, and we'd be wrong to do so, but we did feel that we could set certain traps on the field, encourage them to play into certain areas, and then get an aggressive press going. It wasn't going to happen straight away and be perfect straight away. So you saw it improve as the game went on. Terry really got into the boys about their passion, their desire, and how important the badge was to them at half time. And sometimes that's a very simple message that people need to hear. We got a lot of fans here that really care about the club, and we got a lot of staff all around the club, the stewards, yourselves, the board, the kit man. They care about the club a lot. I'm sorry to have sworn there.
Right.
They care about the club a lot. Maybe that reflects my passion, and Terry made that clear, and I thought we got that in terms of the way we pressed and attacked in the second half.
Luke Kroll is another man we should probably talk about. He's been deployed in sort of that holding role today, and he was a couple of weeks ago as well. Pretty solid performance from him. Is that a role that you can see him sort of playing a little bit more often?
Yeah, we like him there, and it was something that's been being discussed for weeks. It's not just suddenly we've decided to do it today. It's been in our minds for weeks and weeks. I thought he was good in there. I thought he recycled the ball well. I thought he broke up play well. Sometimes when they missed out the press, he wasn't close enough to their centre forward to stop the ball into him, but he took that on board as well at half time, and he improved on that. And I thought it was a disciplined performance from someone who I think is a very good player.
And Will Wright, we've seen him take a free kick like that before, but another one sort of becoming a staple of him now, sort of stepping up and relying on him from dead ball situations.
He's got a tremendous right foot. He's a versatile player that can play in a number of positions, but his right foot is a real weapon. Set plays, free kicks, long passing, is very good, and that's a special moment for him. It's a special moment for him. You know, he was someone who the manager brought in and trusted a lot. So you know, there's a great reaction from him to step up and score at such an important time.
And finally, just looking ahead to Saturday against Torquay, obviously a team that are a bit up and down. You've obviously quite a few positives to take from that second half into that game. Yeah,
I think we have to take all those positives. I thought there was a lot of positives in the first half as well. You really can't legislate for Elliott's error today, and that's not me hounding Elliott. He's brilliant. Like, we know he's brilliant, and his response was brilliant. But it was an individual error that could have cost us. But yeah, I thought from that point on, first of all, the way we regrouped, steadied the ship, didn't fall to pieces. Then the way we gradually grew into the game to the point where we completely controlled the game. We've definitely got to take that into the game. It will be great to be in front of the home fans. The reaction we saw today from them was really positive, and I hope that we can give them a reason to be loud, to be right behind us, and to be proud of us come Saturday, and I think that will play a big part. But in terms of Torquay, sometimes they concede for, sometimes they score for. They're a real up and down team. Gary Johnson, he's an outstanding manager with outstanding credentials, and I'm sure he'll be as well prepared as anyone in this league's ever going to be prepared for us. But you never know. Perhaps the fact that there is a change at the moment. Maybe there'll be a little bit unexpected principles when he comes up to play against us.